I'm going to show you the setup and installation of the Poolmaid X Series by IPP Integrated Pool Product. And the Poolmaid comes with 8 3-feet long hoses, or 24 feet of hose. And the first thing you want to do is take the skirt out of the box and lay it flat in the sun for about 2 hours. Sometimes that has a memory of being in the box, so you want to make sure it lays flat. Also in the box is a control valve for the skimmer connection. If you buy the Poolmaid in the US, it'll come with this rib cone for the skimmer. Also in the box is the float and the bump strip. And the US version comes with this deflector wheel. And the first thing you want to do is put the skirt on. It's marked top here. You also want these on top. You want this flat part on the bottom. Okay, take the body of the cleaner and slide the skirt over it all the way down. Next you want to pull the skirt over the wings of the cleaner. Do the same thing on the other side. Install it correctly. The skirt won't move. It'll be over these wings here. This will be on top. The flat part will be on the bottom. The Poolmaid comes with this factory installed weight. You want to go ahead and leave the weight right where it's at on the cleaner. And now we're going to install the float. This sits right behind the weight on the cleaner. And we'll take the float and slide it through the body of the cleaner like this. You want to slide the float down to the notch right above where the weight's at. We're going to go and snap it in. Take the float and snap it into the body. This is the correct direction of the float. You have these 3 markings here on top. And now you want to install the bump strip and the deflector wheel. You can install either the bump strip or the deflector wheel, or both of them, depending on your pool. If your pool doesn't have any tight areas, you may not need the deflector wheel. And I'll go ahead and show you the installation with both the deflector wheel and the bump strip. You want to clip the deflector wheel on the body like this. That's a good location for the deflector wheel, right behind the weight, in between the float. You can move the location of the deflector wheel if needed. Okay, the bump strip is marked top here. If you have the deflector wheel installed, go ahead and slide the bump strip between the deflector wheel into this bottom notch here. Again, the top of the bump strip clips right here into the top notch. And the bump strip is highly adjustable. If you notice the cleaner getting hung up anywhere, you can actually move it down to the middle notch or the first notch here, and that creates more of a curve. But in most cases, the top notch is fine. That's the complete assembly of the Poolmaid X Series. You also want to make sure that your filter is clean or backwash when you do the installation process. You also want to make sure that your pump is at least half a horsepower or more. Okay, after you assemble the cleaner, we're going to connect the hoses to the Poolmaid. You want to take this lead hose, it's marked with this special marker here. It's a more flexible hose than the other hoses. You want to connect it to the head of the Poolmaid and make sure that's connected firmly onto the head of the cleaner. Then you'll take another hose section and slide it into the lead hose like this. And you continue doing this for every hose section. Okay, now we're going to take the Poolmaid and stretch it across the pool from the point of connection, either the side port, vacuum port, or skimmer, to the farthest point of the pool. Here's the Poolmaid sitting up on the deck. It's got 1 hose length sticking out of the pool. That's the proper length from the connection point. If you need more hoses, you can order individual or 4 packs of hoses from IPP. Now you want to take the Poolmaid cleaner and submerge it all the way into the pool. Go ahead and submerge the hose with a hand-over-hand motion. This will get all the air out. Once you get to the last hose, you'll see air evacuate. If you're going to connect the Poolmaid to the skimmer, it comes with a control valve here. So we'll stick this end of the hose here onto this elbow. That's how it's going to look inside the skimmer. And this cone will go into the skimmer suction hole. The control valve comes set from the factory on medium. You have this end here over this white notch. You have this end connected onto this white notch here. So give it medium suction. If you notice that the Poolmaid is going too fast in your pool, you can simply move this one here over this white notch. By doing that, that'll reduce the tension and allow more water to be sucked into the control valve and slow down the cleaner. If you notice the Poolmaid is not moving fast enough in your pool, simply pull these 2 blue tabs over these white notches. So when you have it set like this, this will allow less water to be pulled in here, which will increase the suction to the Poolmaid. You want to take the cone off the control valve. We're going to stick this into the skimmer hole. You want to make sure the pool pump is off. You want to remove the skimmer basket from the skimmer. In cases your pool will have this device in it, go ahead and pull this out. If you have a 2-hole skimmer like this, the control valve will go in the back hole. Insert the cone into the hole in the skimmer, pressing down firmly, and then go ahead and put the control valve firmly into the cone. Take this hose, you're going to slide it underneath the deck. So we're going to attach the hose to the control valve. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn on the system. We'll go ahead and check the suction of the Poolmaid. Okay, and this one here, the suction is really good, set on medium. You can see the Poolmaid is moving across the pool at a pretty decent pace. You can also purchase an optional flow gauge from IPP. You simply connect it to your hose and it'll tell you your flow, high, medium, or low. So to check the flow with the flow gauge, simply attach it to the first hose coming out of the skimmer or side port, and this will indicate how much flow is coming from your pump. If your skimmer only has one hole in it and has this diverter valve in here, you would go ahead and replace the cone with a 3-inch female-to-female connector, and that's how you would connect the control valve. For the side port, you'll just need to order one of these vacuum locks that go into the vacuum port side port of your pool. Just threads right into the side. You also need a hose connector from IPP, or you can also use this particular hose connector and this female-to-female 3-inch hose. I'll show you that right now with the side port. I'm going to take the side port lock and we're going to wrap it with some Teflon tape around the threaded area. That way it's easy to get off and on if you need to get it off. Okay, simply find your side port, vacuum port on the side of your pool. Should be a threaded fitting. Go ahead and thread in the vacuum lock. It looks something like this when you're finished. If you're connecting the Poolmaid to a side port, you can use this hose connector from IPP. You just slide this in into the hose like this. This end will fit in the vac lock. And here's how the 2-piece hose connection will look also. You can also use a 3-inch female-to-female hose and the hose connector. Stick the female hose in here. Stick the hose connector like this. This will go in the side port. And here's how this configuration will look underwater. You have the 3-inch hose connector, and the vac lock. So either of those two configurations will work. And you just simply stick the hose into the side port underwater. So to adjust the vacuum port side port, simply find the valve that controls that particular line and go ahead and turn the valve to increase suction or decrease suction. So that's how the Poolmaid will look connected to a side port vacuum port in your pool. And connecting a canister to the cleaner is very easy. All you would need is a 2-piece hose connector for the front of the canister. You can use the regular hose coming out of the canister. You can also use the IPP universal hose connector for both the canister and for the side port in your pool. That's the installation process of the Poolmaid, either to your side port vacuum port or the skimmer to your pool.